Hello and welcome to Tea is Good, Books Are Better, the podcast where we drink tea and talk about books. I'm Raven.
And I'm Jess.
What is up, Jess? What's new with you?
Nothing's really new. The fall equinox is coming up on Monday. It's gonna be fall soon.
You
Can you
excited?
believe? Yeah, I'm going to have like a meal I'm going to do to celebrate fall. I'm gonna decorate for Halloween.
Oh, wow.
I bought those decorative corn stalks that you see in the grocery store. I'm gonna like hang them up.
Decorative corn stalks. I don't know what you're
Yeah,
talking about.
like they're inedible corn. They're like really hard. Like reddish black.
Okay.
Okay.
You're
I'm gonna
excited
like
for fall then?
decorate. Trying to be kind of sad that the sun's gonna go away now.
Ugh, yeah, and it's just gonna be so dark for like.
Mm-hmm.
It's gonna get dark at 5 o'clock. I am not looking forward to
Yeah,
that
it's
shit.
gonna get dark at 4.
Ugh.
Yeah. No, it's gonna be like months until freaking July when they'll be back again.
I'm
This
already
nice
over
sun.
it. And it
Yeah,
hasn't even
right?
started.
Same. So I'm like trying to make it a little bit more interesting.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's fair.
Hmm.
At least you're trying. I just wallow in my misery.
Yeah, I'm over that. I used to do that. It's not fun.
Yeah, but it's easy.
True, it's cheaper.
Yeah, there's that. Anything else going on with you?
No, just planning on how I should decorate for Halloween. The outside and shit.
Hmm.
You haven't been to the trails, have you?
Uh,
Or quad trails in the back.
I went on the quad with you and Johnny once.
Oh, so you have. Yes, those are
But
the
not
quad
since you guys
trails.
have, like, fixed them or whatever.
Sure.
Didn't you do that? You guys, like, fixed them or added to them or
Yeah.
something?
Johnny and his dad like opened up the trails a bit.
Right.
Yeah, they've grown a little bit. It grows really. The plants grow really fast there. Yeah, so it's like thinking of like trying to contemplate if I should like decorate that up for Halloween and like do a Halloween thing in there.
Dude, that would be sick. Like a
Spooky.
little haunted house version type thing.
Yeah, I was like thinking Blair Witch Project kind of thing.
Yes.
Like, wouldn't that be spooky?
I
I
love
like
it.
that. But
You get the supplies, and I will help you make the little thingies.
the little thingies.
What are they
So
called?
we have to harvest. I don't know what they are. Stick dolls.
Uh, yes, the thingies.
Yeah, I'm gonna go out in the back this weekend to harvest sticks.
Sick, I'm
Yeah.
down.
What about you? What are you up to?
Well, speaking of Halloween,
Heck yeah,
let's just stay on this topic for a minute.
for shit.
Then we can move on to me later. So if you're gonna do that, we should like definitely do the backyard party in your yard. 'Cause then
Yeah.
people can walk through that, and that sounds awesome.
Yep.
So
That'll
there's
be
that.
awesome.
And have you had any ideas for Halloween costumes yet? Or have you done any shopping?
No, this is like the only year I haven't prepped. I usually buy a costume and prep by July. This is the only year I have it.
Yeah, and you're usually like planning like the year
Yeah,
ahead.
I know. I'm so down for this. No, not this year.
Yeah, this year's been wacky to backy.
Yeah, it's been too weird for me. Like I've completely like just meh,
Yeah.
the whole pandemic shit.
The what now?
I
Just kidding.
the whole pandemic. Oh, the pandemic, Raven.
What is that? What do you, huh?
I just wanted like everyone to be scary.
You want everyone to be scary?
Yeah, like I don't even care. You don't have to wear a costume. Just paint your face. Be scary.
No funny costumes allowed?
No, scary.
When you make the like Facebook event, that'll be the requirement. Spooky
Scary.
costumes only.
You don't have to wear a costume. Just paint your face scary. Give me the scares.
Why is that a requirement this year?
Because I want the scares. We're going to be out in the dark with this Blair Witch thing going on. Everyone should be scary. Scare away the spirits.
I was thinking of going as like a scarecrow.
Ooh.
I feel like that would
scary one.
that would kind of work in your backyard. It's kind of farm-like.
Kinda. You can stand with the vegetables.
Yeah, I'll go stand with the vegetables. I'll go stand with the marijuana plants.
Heck yeah.
Protect them from the wild partygoers. Yeah. Well, I don't know if I'm gonna do that, but it crossed my mind. Have you had any thoughts at all?
I think like the easiest thing for me would be witch.
A witch? Oh yeah, you mentioned that.
Brush my hair out to be all. You remember that? I don't know if you've seen it. It's like, I think it's fake. It was a video. I don't know if it's on YouTube or Reddit of this guy driving down a desert in the middle of the night. Then he comes across someone like a hunched over woman just standing in the middle of the street, and he's like, "Oh my god!" like freaking out in whatever language he's in.
Okay.
And then she starts chasing. Like she's all hunched over. Her hair is all down over her face. And she's like running towards him and shit, like screeching.
Well, that's
like
horrifying.
that's my inspiration for a witch.
Just
okay.
Like,
yeah, you can use my own feature
nice.
to be scary.
For some reason, your voice is like really huffing into the microphone.
Oh, what the fuck?
It's like
first I'm breathing into it, now it's huffing voice.
Well, it's the same kind of effect that's happening. That it just like sounds like it's too close to your mouth or something.
Oh, okay. I'll pull it away. Is that okay?
I don't know. I guess we'll find out when you start breathing heavily again. Like laughing. Oh, that's already better.
Okay, because it's like pretty far away from my face now.
Yeah, it's good.
Nice.
Mm-hmm.
Do you know where we can buy do you know about like firecrackers or where do they have those Halloween ones?
I don't know. I've never bought firecrackers in my life, but we do
Me
have
neither.
a brother who may know.
Okay. I can ask it.
Yeah.
I want some firecrackers.
Hell yeah, dude.
Shoot them off.
Hell yeah, dude. That's legal, right? That's allowed?
Everyone does it. It should be legal. That's like the part of the Halloween experience that, you know?
Yeah, that was like weirdly accurate, but also like the most inaccurate.
I did my best. Sounds exactly like that.
Cool, so the topic of Halloween is covered.
Yay, Halloween.
Yay. Okay. Last time we left with me having the homework to go check out the Wizarding World.
Oh yeah.
Because I've done the Pottermore sorting and Patronus and whatever before, so I wanted to try the Wizarding World one because you said, you know, that you did it and it was different. Turns out it took my information from my Pottermore.
Oh. So you
I can't do it again. But
oh no.
I am a Gryffindor.
Okay. Gryffindor.
Confirmed. Gryffindor confirmed.
Okay.
So we're in Gryffindor together now, right?
Yeah.
And then you said Johnny was a Ravenclaw, right?
Uh-huh.
So our boyfriends are in Ravenclaw together.
Nice. We gotta hit Eric up.
Oh yeah, let's make him do it.
Do this.
Ooh, maybe we should make that part of one of the mini episodes on the Patreon. We'll like actually have him like go through it while we're doing it. Like while we're recording.
Yeah, he can tell us what's going on.
Exactly.
And get his wand and his Patronus too.
That is a wonderful idea.
Did you get a Patronus?
Yes, I was right last time. It's a Pine Martin.
Ew, so that's the same thing.
Yeah, I thought it like was maybe a Snow Martin or something like that, but that doesn't exist. So it's a Pine Martin. But I was close. And Jake went and did his Patronus. And he got a gray squirrel. He was so bummed.
Can you imagine a squirrel fighting off a Dementor?
It's a badass fucking squirrel. Shit.
Just like chittering away at it.
Yeah. Friggin' Brandon got a dragon when he did his Patronus.
What the fuck? That's the rarest one.
Right? Like, how. A
How?
dragon? I wanted a dragon!
Right? Who doesn't want a dragon?
Yeah, can you
But
imagine?
there's a unicorn in there too.
Aw, shit.
Or a phoenix.
Ooh, shit!
Oh, shit.
Isn't that Dumbledore's Patronus as a phoenix?
Maybe. Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
Yeah. I
Yeah.
wonder if there's a basilisk.
Yeah, I wonder how many of the magical creatures can be Patronuses, because it seems like
Hmm.
they're 99% just basic animals.
Yeah, most of them are.
Yeah. Anyway, I guess that's it, unless there's anything more you wanted to add.
Meh.
Cool. So let's start getting into it.
Alright.
But before we do, just a quick shout out to our patrons, Tobias, Eric, and Jake. Thank you guys so much for contributing to our Patreon. We are actually starting to save up a bit of money that we could use towards something soon. I mean,
What do we have?
it was gonna be a microphone when we were able to
Oh,
record
yeah.
together, right? So that we could have
Maybe it should be
two.
like two separate microphones.
Yeah, I'm starting to think it'll sound a lot better than our headsets.
Mm-hmm.
So maybe we'll be able to set up the microphone that's at your place. We'll maybe get one for my place.
Mm-hmm.
And that way our voices will sound a lot better.
Hopefully, yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, that's like super exciting.
That is.
Another thing that's exciting is that our listeners like keep going up and our downloads keep going up as well. Something I've noticed is we're getting a lot more listeners from the US, which is interesting and awesome.
I guess
Like,
podcasts are all the rage down there.
welcome to the podcast, Americans. It's funny how we have more American listeners than Canadian listeners. When we first started, it was like mostly Canadian, and then it was mostly European, and now it's mostly American.
Hmm.
It's just,
Nice.
yeah, it's such an interesting progression, and I wonder how that happens. So, I kind of want to know if you are listening and you're from America or Europe or wherever, and you've somehow come across this podcast, I would love to know how you came across the podcast
Yes.
and like what you like about it, etc. So we can work on improving.
Yeah.
Focus in on like the stuff that's going well type of thing.
Some constructive criticism, please and thanks.
Yes, that is also welcome. So maybe head over to our Facebook. That's probably the place that I would
Yeah.
see it the most.
Yeah.
So yeah, like head onto Facebook, find our page. It's called Tea is Good, Books Are Better, and let us know on there how you came across the podcast, what you like, what could be better, what you would like to see from us in the future,
Eh.
and obviously like where you're from and that sort of
Yeah.
stuff. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, welcome to the podcast and thanks for listening if you are a newer listener. And welcome Americans. We are from your northern neighbor, Canada.
All
Okay.
hail Canada.
All hail Canada. When I was in Spain, I managed to convince some Americans there that it was a Canada.
Nice.
Yeah.
Good one.
Anyway, let us start to get into it. All right. Where did we leave off our characters, Jess?
Our character,
Our single character.
Seraphina.
Where did we leave off
Um,
Seraphina?
From what I recall, learning that she's half dragon,
Mm-hmm.
and that Warma is her uncle.
Mm-hmm.
Her mama was a dragon, so Arma's a dragon.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
All right.
This introduction.
Well, we have a plot starting to thicken a little bit. We've got like the Prince Rufus's mysterious death and
Oh, sure.
That's basically it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, and Orma received some mysterious object from some child
Oh.
randomly.
Yeah.
And we still don't know what that is.
Nope.
We're starting this time with chapter 5, correct?
4. Because we skipped it last time.
Oh, did we? We did,
Oh,
didn't
we
we?
did.
Oh, we
Oh, we did.
did. And here I am trying to skip ahead.
Gonna leave our followers all confused.
Yeah, okay, so chapter 4 of Seraphina. Take it away, Jess.
By the way, I'm drinking chai tea.
Oh, yeah. What are we drinking today, Jess?
I'm drinking Tetley chai tea.
Nice. I am drinking my David's tea cream of Earl Grey again because it's like
Same old
all I
thing.
want right now.
It's delicious.
I did have a bit of a sore throat yesterday, so I went to the grocery
Ooh.
store and I picked up some herbal tea to bite whatever it was in the butt before it got worse.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah, dude.
It work?
Yep.
Hell
Hell yeah, dude.
yeah.
It was I think I got the Twinings or Twinnings? Twinings? Do you know that
Yeah.
one?
Yep.
Yeah, and it was like a mixed box, different flavors. There's like an orange one, there's like a lemon ginger, there's a chamomile, and then there's this one just called like a Betty by Time or something.
Nice. As long as it
Yeah,
doesn't have mint.
but I finally have my hands on some herbal tea.
Hell
I
yeah.
feel like I've talked about needing herbal tea so much, but then I'm always like, I just don't
Mint.
have any.
Never going out and buying
And I'm
any.
never buying any when I go to get tea. Now I have herbal tea.
Very nice.
Yes, but I am not drinking it at the moment. I am drinking cream of Earl Grey, which has caffeine, even though it is 7 o'clock in the evening. But I don't work tomorrow, so hell yeah, dude.
Oh, lucky. Wow.
Caffeine my shit up. Okay, I am not lucky. That means I work weekends. Alright? If I have a
Oh,
weekday off, that means I'm working on a weekend day.
true.
So, yeah.
Gross.
Not this weekend, though. I have this whole weekend off, which is exciting.
What the fuck?
Yeah, but I worked all of last weekend.
Oh, gross.
And I
Fuck
work
that.
all of next weekend.
Gross.
So, yeah, it's like a give and take.
Mm.
That's retail for you. Anyway, go ahead. Chapter 4.
So, Orma is Seraphina's only friend and has been teaching her dragon and Sarantar history and whatnot.
Sarantra?
Oh, Sarantra. I'm just gonna call him Sar.
Yes, you said that last time.
Dragon, okay. Dragon and Sar history and whatnot. Apparently, the human form comes with emotions that dragons aren't used to, so they have to learn to lock that shit up, and they call this Ard.
Ard.
Mm-hmm.
Being in Ard. Or something like
Being
that, right?
Ard is like meditating the emotions away.
Meditate them away, yay, yay.
Lock them up, put them on the shelf.
Hell yeah, dude.
So with Ormer's help, that she has learned to control her visions.
Ooh.
After the funeral, she was feeling headachy, which means visions. So she hurries back to her rooms to practice Ard.
Ard.
Her vision avatars are locked away in a mind garden. So like the little characters that she sees, she calls them the avatars. And then she like has little cute names for them.
Yeah.
And her mind garden reminds me of Doctor Sleep. Have you seen Doctor Sleep?
I haven't.
Oh. So you know it's the sequel to Shining, right?
Yeah, he's like Danny or something, right?
Yeah, Danny is a grown ass alcoholic doll.
Oh, classy.
So anyways, he has this mindscape, which is the maze from the hotel where he
Oh.
traps all of the spirits in.
Oh shit.
Yeah, so this is what reminds me of it.
Interesting.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, that's neat. I
Yeah,
gotta
I was
watch
like,
that.
oh shit, you should. It's really good.
Do you know like if it's on Prime or Netflix or anything?
Ooh, I don't know. I think I've seen it. It might be on Netflix.
Okay, I'll look for
I'm
it.
not entirely sure because Johnny bought the DVD and we just be watching that. It's really
Okay,
good. I recommend it.
maybe I'll just borrow it from you. I still owe you your Game of Thrones DVD back.
Yeah, and freaking Amelia still owes me all of my American Horror Story DVDs.
Oh, what the fuck?
Oh, yeah.
Alright, yeah, I want to borrow Murder House from you.
I'm, I'll get there later.
Oh yeah, sorry. I guess we should stick to the topic at
Yeah.
hand. Sorry?
Um,
Back
so
to our regularly scheduled program.
she enters her mind garden and she starts with Pelican Man. Calms him by putting him to bed in his oregano nest.
Oregano?
Yeah, he sleeps in a nest of oregano.
Do you mean oregano?
Oh, oregano. Oregano.
I thought you were trying to say origami for a minute there, and I was like, I don't remember
Origami nest.
origami. A nest of origami? Interesting.
Oregano. Oregano.
Oregano, yes. Okay.
Okay. It was oregano nest because it smells nice and he calms down.
Why is he
Um,
called Pelican Man?
I don't recall.
I think it's because he's got, like, heavy jowls.
Is that like the mandible?
Jowls are like the skin that hangs underneath your chin
Uh,
and attaches to your neck.
okay. That's really funny that she calls him Pelican Man. Okay.
Yeah.
She continues with the other avatars until she finds the loud lad who had created a chasm.
Chasm.
A chasm. I had to Google that. I was like, what the fuck is a chasm?
Mm.
Like a big crack, I guess.
Yes.
Preventing her from moving forward. She calls out to him and he makes a bridge for her made out of fish in a nightgown.
Fish in a nightgown?
Magic.
What a fascinating bridge.
Hmm. So she like continues. She has an avatar called Jonaula. Jonaula?
Yeah, I call her Janula.
Okay. Janula.
I don't know if
Who
that's right.
apparently became self-aware and manipulative, so Seraphina locked her away in a wee cabin
A
so that she
wee
can't get out anymore.
Ooh.
A wee
That
cabin.
that seems like a foreshadowing or something, eh?
Yeah. Who else? Who is Janula?
Who are
Okay.
you?
And she continues until everyone is nice and calm and she leaves. The next morning, she's late to work, and her boss, Viridius, is leading choir practice when she arrives. He ends the practice by saying, music is the only thing we can do better than dragons. Why? Because they have no soul.
Alright, we get it. It's a bit heavy handed with the dragons have no soul shit, eh?
Why are they so obsessed with being better?
Right?
Small big energy.
Ha!
Afterwards, he asks Seraphina if she's met the mega harmonium designer,
Mm,
which is like a giant instrument, I
yeah.
guess, that's
Yeah.
being built in their church,
Indeed.
like, to celebrate the dragon holiday that's coming up. The treaty signing? Yeah.
Yes. So the peace between the people of Gored and the dragons.
Yeah. He also wants her to meet his. Wait, is this protege Lars, the mega harmonium designer?
Um, possibly? Hang
'Cause
on.
I think, like, in later on chapters, it seemed like they're the same dude. But I've written here, like, as if they're two different dudes.
I can't tell, if I'm being honest. Possibly, because he mentions that Lars built the Cominot countdown clock in the cathedral plaza, so he does sound like
Ooh.
he like builds shit.
Okay.
So yeah, possibly.
So I think this guy Lars is the mega harmonium designer.
Mm-hmm.
Or is he the mega harmonium builder?
Or the mega harmonium player.
Oh.
I
Anyway, Viridius wants Seraphina to meet Lars, but she has better things to do. like maintaining her garden and oiling her scales.
Mm.
She's not one on meeting other people. And I'm
Mm-hmm.
like, relatable.
Hell yeah, dude.
He threatens to fire her
Jeez.
if she doesn't agree to meet him at a party. So I
Yeah.
did not mention that earlier. And she's like, okay, fine. Seraphina leaves and arrives at Princess Griselda's rooms for her harpsichord lessons. Ooh, I know what that is.
Yeah, we've heard that word before. Flashback to
And
Cry to Heaven, the first book we read on the
season one.
podcast. Yeah.
And overhears Princess Griselda and her lady in waiting talking about her, saying like, like she's prickly, but she's kind, and she has no fashion sense.
Rude.
And Seraphina is like embarrassed to like arrive right when they're saying this about her.
Mm-hmm.
But she does anyways, knocks and enters. The princess is super excited to see her, completely unflinching.
And she just has like
Yeah,
no shame. She's like, "Oh,
no.
we were just talking about you."
Yeah, she doesn't care.
Yeah.
She gives no fucks.
Yeah, she's the princess, I guess.
So they do her lessons for about an hour until Seraphina's tummy growls, and then the princess makes a quip about the sound sounding like a dragon about to eat them.
Oh.
And Seraphina scolds her for saying such a thing and warning her that the treaty is coming up.
Mm-hmm.
Like, maybe, yes, it's offensive. It's offensive to say that. I don't know.
Yeah, it sounds like it's like spreading fear rhetoric or something.
Sure.
Even though it was just a joke, so I don't know.
Yeah, I thought it was cute, but okay.
But I guess you like have to wonder who does that joke appeal to?
True. The princess goes on a rant about how they are superior to dragons, which is why the dragons surrendered to them.
Lol.
Seraphina corrects her that it was a ruse.
A
But
what?
the princess is confused.
Uh,
I said truce. But the princess is confused and says, like, they dominated the dragons, did they not? And the peanut's like, no, we didn't. And the princess starts getting worried. Like, does that mean that we are weaker? Are we the weaker?
Weaker than dragons? Have you seen them, dude?
Right. So Seraphina's like, it's not about that. And the princess says that the dragons hate them because they are favored by the saints and they are jealous.
Oh, jeez.
Sorry. What? What the fuck? Get out of here! No!
Whoa. What's going on?
Bonnie's trying to get my attention by clawing up my chair.
Rude.
I know. Here, this is your punishment. You have to sit on my lap now. Okay. So Seraphina nearly loses her temper at this and forces herself to stay calm and explains how people took their hunting grounds from them, which is why they are upset with humans.
Mm-hmm.
For the princess doesn't seem to think that's that big of a deal. They can just, go somewhere else. It's a big deal. So Seraphina suggests that people are like cockroaches to them. There's many people and we reproduce fast and gets the princess to imagine if cockroaches were smart and strong enough to fight back, what would she do? The princess says that she'll do a treaty and then burn them in their sleep.
Damn.
So Seraphina asks what would make her not want to kill them. And the princess is like, maybe religion or music. And Seraphina's like, yeah, to stay interesting.
That's
And
interesting.
the princess starts to get it. And then Seraphina excuses herself for the day.
Well, it taught her a couple lessons, eh?
Yeah.
Hmm?
I just thought it was crazy. Like, who's teaching this princess this crap?
Oh, you'll see.
Oh. Oh. Because they think it's the queen who wanted the treaty done. Like I would think like she'd be educating these princesses, these grandchildren,
Oh, you would think.
But yeah, I'm kind of shocked that she's not. What's
Yep.
going on, Queen? What is wrong?
We will find out.
Ooh, kind of looking forward to that. I want to find out what's going on there.
Oh, yes.
What is the Queen up to? I'm just confused. I
Yeah.
want to know more about this world. It's a baker theory. So I'm just
Ooh.
lost.
Yeah. Well, you seem interested though.
There is someone in the castle who is spreading misinformation.
Oh shit.
That's all I know for certain.
Yeah.
Continue to chapter 5.
Oh, that's it?
Oh, yeah, that was it. These chapters end pretty abruptly.
Yes. When I first read this chapter, the first time I read this book, I was like super weirded out by this garden of grotesques
Mm-hmm.
that Seraphina has. I was like, what is this? So I was wondering what your thoughts on it were.
Well, it immediately reminded me of Danny from Doctor Sleep, and I was like,
Yeah.
I got this.
Okay, so you just
I
felt like
get
you understood it
it.
right away. Yeah.
Yeah, I understood the mindscape.
I was probably just like confused.
She's right. Well, sure, I probably would have been super confused if I'd never seen Doctor Sleep.
And maybe even felt a little out of place to me.
Yeah, like I found it really weird. I don't like it, but I understood it.
Yeah, it's like it's kind of jarring and it doesn't super feel like it fits. And I don't really know if I could explain why, but
It's a bit confusing. Like she's meditating and you're like completely describing what she's meditating about. Like, why?
well,
Her visions, her headaches. I guess you find out the avatar's importance later.
yeah.
It was a different way to introduce them, I guess. I guess it's like I've never read a book that did this.
Yeah, it's like not something that you really find in this genre, I guess you could say.
Mm-mm.
So maybe that's why it felt like it didn't really fit to me.
Sure.
It makes sense with the story, but maybe with the genre, I just felt kind of like, huh?
Yeah.
uh,
Yeah, I
anyway.
had a difficult time like remembering all of her avatars and how they look and all their names.
Mm, there we
There's
go.
too many of them and they're too weird.
There's a lot of them. I don't think you're supposed to remember like every detail,
Okay.
just the important ones.
Okay.
Yeah, like Janula and Fruit Bat and Loud Lad and Miss Fusspots. They're like the main ones.
Okay.
What?
Fruit bats definitely main.
Yeah,
Lots of fruit bats.
lots of Fruit Bat in there. I noticed you didn't mention him.
Yeah, I didn't. He had like a very like small thing going on. Like he's eating oranges. Okay, I skipped it.
Yeah, typical Fruit Bat. Moving on.
Eating the fruits.
Yeah. So let's move on to chapter 5 then.
Okay. Seraphina calls Orma on the spinet. Question: is the spinet a phone?
No, the spin. The spinet is the like mini piano.
Huh? How
Don't you
did she call
remember
him?
at the end of chapter 3, I think it was? She like sits down at the spinet and his voice comes out of like the kitten painting.
What the fuck?
Do you not remember this?
I don't.
What the hell? I like brought it up because I was like saying, "What is this? Is his voice actually coming out of the piano, or is he like what's going on?"
Oh, what the fuck?
I actually brought it
Man, am
up.
I out of this? I'm out of it.
Yeah, apparently. But yeah, so it seems like he can speak to her through the piano somehow.
Okay.
He's not
So,
there. He's just talking to her through her piano. It
okay.
seems to be some kind of a
Phone?
yeah, some kind of interesting device that allows them to speak to one another.
Okay. So Seraphina calls Arma on the spinet, and he enthusiastically answers with, "Good evening."
Good evening.
Fina launches into the fruit bat, like talking about the fruit bat. Oh shit, I didn't mention this in the last chapter. That
What?
the fruit bat left its home and wandered around.
Why are you calling him the fruit bat?
Because he's the fruit bat.
No, he's just fruit bat.
Okay, fruit bat was wandering around and left his home
In the garden.
in the garden.
He has like a little tree he's supposed to stay in a little grove.
It's his little home.
Yes, but he was wandering around.
So Seraphina launches into fruit bat wandering around to Orma, and he's like, "Hold on, I graded you. I deserve some praise over here. Because apparently dragons don't say hey.
Yeah.
He's gonna be an excellent human one day.
Round of applause, Orma.
Yay. So they make plans to meet at Saint uh, Ego.
Huh?
Did I spell this wrong? I wrote down I'd go.
Is
What's the
that
church called?
Ogdo? St. Ogdo's Cathedral? Is that it?
Is it? It should be. I guess it must be because this what I wrote down did not make sense. Okay, so they make plans to meet at St. Ogdo's in 1 hour. The
Ogdo.
church. Ogdo.
Yes. I think.
Maybe. um,
Wow, we really pay attention to what we're reading, huh?
Call these weird names. Okay. So on her way to the church, she bumps into a quiggle.
It's a very interesting word. I wouldn't know how to pronounce it, but my guess would be quigoodle.
Oh, that's cute. Quigoodle.
Quigoodle? What else would it be, right? Quigoodle? It could be quigoodle, I guess.
That quigoodle sounds so cute.
Okay, we'll stick with quigoodle.
Okay. And they are a second species of dragon. They're pretty short, have scaly skin, a spiky crest, like an iguana. They have conical eye holes, which I was like, ew.
Ugh.
And a beaky mouth and 4 hands.
So weird.
And like a cone tongue.
Ugh! Talk about
So,
grotesque.
yeah. It's pretty gross up by that. It's like, what the hell?
Mm-hmm.
They speak the same language as dragons, but with a lisp. So Seraphina understands it when it talks.
Ah.
It begs for coins, but not because it wants money. It just wants the metal to tinker with.
Ooh.
They usually build intricate small devices. Did I mention the computer earrings in the chapter before? I don't remember.
We have brought them up before, yeah.
Okay, so these guys
not in this chapter, but before, yeah.
created the computer earrings.
Computer earrings. So in the chapter when Orma like calls the censors when Basine, that new skinned dragon, is like getting beat up by the sons of Saint Ogdo.
Yeah.
Orma uses his earrings to call for the censors, and so yeah, apparently his earrings were made by Quigs.
Ooh, Quigs. Mm-hmm. It's easier to say than
Quigoogle.
Yep, that one.
Yes, it is.
She scolds it for begging after dark, which is against the law, and tells it that it needs to trade something for the coin. It reaches into its pouch, which is in its throat. Is it like a chipmunk now?
I think so.
And it pulls out a tin lizard with a human head. Seraphina wants it and trades 2 silver for it.
Interesting. And it's like a small figurine.
Yeah, like a little metal.
Yeah.
Human-headed lizard. Weird. While the trade is happening, she starts getting headachy. She's like, oh, fuck.
Oh,
Visions. It takes off in a blink of an eye as 2 men approach with daggers in hand. Apparently, Quakes don't have a good reputation with people.
Yeah.
So they're coming to like shank this guy.
To shank him.
Yeah.
It's over for you, Quig. Shanked.
A halo appears around the men, and she has a vision. She sees Fruit Bat, but grown up, in a room, and he's looking right at her. But there's no way he can see her because she's not really there, right?
Right?
That's what I wrote. That's her thought process, but he can't see me.
Are you starting to wonder?
Yeah, I'm like, what? He reaches out to her, and she backs away. He looks confused while still staring at her. And then she wakes up to a woman praying over her, who's the sister of the men who approached her, and they took her. Oh my god. My writing here is so nuts.
Yeah, what's going on, man?
Yeah, like, just like growled as fast as I could, I guess. We can
You need to
share
slow down when
sentences.
you're writing.
Yeah.
Or start typing.
Typing. Oh,
Yeah, that's how I
okay.
take my notes.
Probably easier in my fingers.
Yeah, plus you don't go through a billion notebooks.
I'm still on the one fatty.
Okay.
Okay. So she wakes up to a woman praying over her, and she's the sister of the men who had approached her with knives or daggers. And then they take her home. The woman talks about how scared she must have been, Seraphina,
Mhm.
and like said some racist rants about quigs.
Mhm.
The men talk about poisoning them and call them pests, but Fina knows that their sense of smell would prevent any poisoning.
But she like decides to let them believe that that would work.
Yeah, she's like, I'm not gonna fight them.
Yeah.
They make it to the castle, and she has another headache hits her, while her saviors chat with the guards. One of the brothers approaches her and tells her that he saw the Quig idol in her purse.
Mhm.
Insults her. I think he insinuates she's a whore.
Yeah, he calls her a worm riding quig lover.
Ugh.
So I think he's insinuating that she sleeps with quigs or
Uh,
something equally perverse.
He threatens her and basically says that he would have killed her if his brother wasn't there, and tells her to pray for her sins before he leaves with his siblings.
Damn, dude.
What the fuck?
Yeah.
And what is he doing in her purse?
Right? Oh, she's passing out. Let me just dig through her shit real quick.
Helping himself to a tip.
She needs help. Well, I'm about to get paid.
Jesus Christ. So Seraphina is shook and she walks back to the castle while thanking the saints for keeping her safe from this psychopath.
Yeah, damn.
Christ. And that is chapter 5.
We're starting to get a real sense of how much a lot of the people of Gored hate dragons and
Mm-hmm.
dragonkind and dragon subspecies and anything to do with dragons and people who care about dragons and blah blah
Yeah,
blah.
anyone who is okay with dragons deserves to die in their book.
Yeah. But I like that
It's
they all
racist.
like they don't blame the queen. They think she was like tricked into signing that treaty.
Yeah, that's pretty fucked up that he would have killed her.
Yeah.
Um, just for buying a statue or a figurine.
I mean anything that associates her with quigs or dragons is apparently enough to sign
Hell,
her death warrant.
damn. So she's like, gotta really keep her identity secret, eh?
Oh yeah, can you
Her half dragon.
imagine if they knew?
Probably get burnt at the stake. Yikes.
If he threatens to kill her for just being kind to a quig, can you imagine?
Right? That's pretty fucked up.
And she lives her life in constant fear, trying to hide who she is. Like, that sounds rough.
Yeah.
Damn, girl, that makes me feel for you. So that is chapter 5. So let's go ahead and move on to chapter 6.
Hmm.
So, this is sometime later, I guess. It's like at night and she's in bed. Seraphina decides she must deal with Fruit Bat because after that, and he's the one who like pulled her into the vision or whatever, she's like, that can't happen again. Like, I could have literally died.
Yeah.
So yeah, she decides she must deal with Fruit Bat now. She enters her garden, and Fruit Bat is up a tree in his grove pretending to be asleep. Also, he now looks just like he did in Fina's vision, so her mind had updated his grotesque
Mm.
based on that.
Ooh.
Fina doesn't want to lock him away, but doesn't know what else she can do if these visions keep up. They're dangerous, she can hit her head, give herself away, etc. Seraphina calls to Fruitbat and tells him that whatever he did to pull her into a vision, he needs to stop. She explains how it's dangerous for her and how she will have to shut him out if they continue. He responds by shaking his head violently, but Seraphina isn't sure whether he doesn't want to have to leave the garden or is refusing to comply. She says goodnight and then notices colorful snow falling from the sky, which is apparently unusual even in her magic mind palace.
Ooh, what the fuck?
Colorful snow?
Who's doing that?
Who? She catches a flake on her tongue, and for a second she's flying through the sky, diving after an auroch. Do you remember
Uh,
those?
yeah.
Those from Game of Thrones.
Mm.
Fantasy
Big
novels
cats.
like these animals, huh?
I guess because they're around in the medieval times.
Or maybe it's like an old fashioned name for like a large
Cow.
horned cow. Like, yeah, I don't know. Fina comes back to herself, realizing she had been someone else for a second.
A dragon.
Ooh. She tastes another flake, and then she's laying on a mountaintop, her scales shimmering in the sun. Then she's back in the garden again, and she knows these are memories from her mother.
Aw.
Mama! But she can't figure out why this is happening now. The flakes, which are like scattered all around, turn into scraps of parchment on the ground. Yes, just a casual transformation. And Fina decides she can't have these scattered all over her head, so she gathers them up and files them in a tin box that magically appears. It's all suspiciously easy. Fina digs through the memories and finds one called My Faith Should Not Come Easily, which is a song that her mother wrote. She can't resist, so she eats the page. Yes,
Oh.
obviously, that's what one would think to do. Eat it.
What?
So bam, she's her mother now, writing music. She hears, quote, his footsteps, recognizing them, which I thought was interesting because I think it's kind of suggested here that the reason she recognizes his footsteps is because she's a dragon. But I was thinking, I can totally tell like who's coming by their footsteps.
Yeah.
You as
When
well?
you've been living with someone for a long time, you recognize their footsteps.
Even like I've noticed that I at work I'll like notice and I'll
Oh,
know who's
really?
coming. Yeah. I'll like be sitting in
Um.
the office and I'll hear footsteps outside the door and I'll be like, "Oh, that's Billy Bob." And turn around and it's like, "Yep, it's Billy Bob."
Nice.
Yeah.
I don't hear any footsteps at my job.
Oh.
Too loud. And I have my headphone in,
Oh, I see.
listening to podcasts while I work.
Dude, I wish I could just listen to podcasts all day while I work.
Right?
Instead, I have to
I'm
listen to the
so
same
lucky.
goddamn playlist over and over and
Oh,
over and over.
gross.
Yep. She recognizes his footsteps. Claude lets himself into the room, and Fina's mother hands him the song she's been writing. He looks amazed and asks her to sing it. So she does, and she's super confused by all the emotion she's feeling. She's not used to it and compares it to the exhilaration of an exciting hunt, mixed with the fear that it may all end in nothing. Then they suck face and the memory ends. Yeah, and Fina is back in bed and she's like, ugh.
Ew, that was my dad.
Ew, I made out with my dad as my mom. Yeah.
Hmm.
For 5 years, Seraphina had suppressed every thought of her mother, but now she had increased her knowledge of her 1,000-fold with a single memory. She felt what it was like to be her, felt what her mother felt. Fina should feel some kind of connection, but she nips that in the butt before it even starts. She sees how bad that would be, apparently.
Yikes.
Yeah.
Fuck art.
Why would this be bad, though? What do you think?
Why would feeling it be bad?
Yeah, I guess that's the question I'm asking. But,
No, because
that,
dragons don't like that shit.
yeah, that kind of answers it itself, I guess.
Because Orma taught her well.
Do not feel.
I don't know. Just do emotions make her garden unstable?
Oh, that could be part of it for sure. Okay. Okay. Theories. Cool, cool, cool. Fina goes to her spinet and pounds away, thinking that Orma has earned a bad night's sleep. His voice comes from the instrument asking why she didn't come into town. She explains what happened with Fruit Bat, saddened by the fact that Orma hadn't even been concerned or worried about her when she hadn't shown up.
He has no feelings.
Yeah, but Fina does, and
True.
she wants him to feel something as well. Orma says Fruit Bat, seems to be aware of Fina, but doesn't understand why that would have changed over time, as it wasn't always that way. The other one who had been aware of Seraphina, Janula, saw Seraphina right from the beginning. Fina thinks it might be safest to shut Fruit Bat away now before things get worse, but Orma disagrees. He thinks if Fruit Bat complies with Fina's requests, he could make a great resource rather than a threat.
Yeah.
As, yeah, they have so many questions that need answering. He even suggests inducing Visions to go looking for Fruit Bat.
Aw.
Aw.
Look for Fruit Bat?
Look for Fruit Bat? That seems like a bit much to Seraphina, but so does cutting Fruit Bat off completely. Fina jokes about traveling to Porphyry? Porphyry? That sounds right. Or no, Porphyry? There we go. Fina jokes about traveling to Porphyry to track him down, but Orma says that's an excellent idea and that he's always wanted to see the Porphyrian Bibliagathon, which is apparently some massive library.
Sounds made up as fuck.
Yeah, Porphyrian Bibliagathon sounds made up to you? When Fina goes to bed, she can't stop thinking about traveling with her uncle, meeting Fruit Bat in real life, and getting some answers. Ooh, that's the end of chapter 6.
Ooh.
Do you have any theories about what might be going on with Fruit Bat?
Maybe he's becoming self-aware like her other one in the wee cabin.
Yeah, but why do you think that would be happening now and not from the beginning like it did with Janula?
Ooh, I wonder if the treaty has something to do with it. Like the shit's coming together and it's waking them up.
Oh, interesting.
Starting with the Fruit Bat. Starting with Fruit Bat.
If I'm being honest, I don't remember why this is happening. And I'm thinking, after you said that maybe it has to do with the treaty coming up. I'm thinking maybe it has to do with proximity.
Of dragons?
Proximity of Fina to her grotesques.
Oh.
So maybe she was already close to Janula, so Janula was, aware of her. So maybe Fruit Bat is getting closer.
Ooh.
Cool. That's my theory. And that could be the reason why it's this is happening now. Maybe he's coming to Gored for the Treaty Eve, right?
Oh, yeah.
That's my theory.
I like that idea.
Yeah.
Probably what it is.
It feels right?
Yeah.
But I honestly don't remember. There's a lot I don't remember.
They're expecting a lot of guests for the treaty.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Indeedy doody.
It's probably coming.
You know what? I have things that are coming back to me now. But I can't say. Yeah, I won't say.
There's a quote that I liked in this chapter.
Oh, yeah?
Just because that was super cute. It's during the memory as her mom with her dad.
Mm-hmm.
And it's my other hand wants to touch his face, and I let it. He leans into it like a cat. It was yeah, I know that. And Bonnie hold up my hand and she'll nudge it with her face.
Yeah.
Very cute.
Yeah, I like when similes and metaphors just are so real. Real that you can fucking feel it.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it makes you scream, yeah. Yeah, that's cool.
And look at my little kitty. I'm talking about you.
Give her an eye pat. A head pat. Not an eye pat. Don't pat her eye for me. Pat her head.
Poke her eye?
Yeah, but just take your finger and jab her directly in the eyeball.
Ew, I'm gonna get my finger bit.
Alright, so that's it for this episode. Any last things you wanted to add?
No.
Alright, next time we are going to find out who the fuck has been teaching Griselda this dracophobic bullshit? So come back next time if you want to know who the fuck is in the castle spreading this rhetoric right under the queen's nose. Why are you giggling?
I'm not like more confused with the queen. Is the queen okay? She doing all right?
You know, we'll find out. We will meet the queen in the next one.
Do we?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, I think we do.
Think so.
Will we like see her?
I don't think so.
All right,
it's
fine.
Not meeting.
Okay. Okay. We don't meet the queen. We see her from a distance. All right? You happy?
All right. Yeah.
All right. Next time we find out who's teaching Griselda dracophobic bullshit, and we see the queen from a distance. All right, thank you so much for listening. If you want more of the podcast, please follow us on Instagram. You can follow the podcast at Tigbab Podcast, or you can follow us separately. My handle is Crimby, Jess's is just.egan24. You can also find us on Facebook. Just search Tigbab Podcast or Tea is Good, Books Are Better, and we should show up there. Also, please subscribe to our good friend Baram Barami on YouTube. He's the one who made our jingle, which you heard at the start of this episode, and he's a really cool guy and makes dope stuff, so check him out. And you can also join our Patreon, patreon.com/Tea is Good, Books Are Better. We have a few different tea-themed tiers with fun rewards, such as behind-the-scenes content, outtakes, and mini-episodes in which we force our brother to watch Game of Thrones, which he hates. So you will be getting something in return for your contribution, and you'd also be helping us improve the podcast with better equipment, but we also just appreciate you listening. And please don't forget to share the podcast with your family and your friends. It is the best way for us to grow. Take it away, Jess. You can do our sign-off this time. Yeah? Is that how we're going to end it? 3 minutes of dead air.
What is it again? What, do you say bye?
We don't have a typical sign. Just to do something. I don't know. Shit! I'm panicking!
Okay. Well, please come back next week and listen to us. Hi.
Oh, God. Okay, bye. I'm gonna end this now.